The delivery of the iron was made. Storm was very appreciative. Paid you all in the Bloodstone gems. From the very mine that you heard that there were some issues with, some sort of creature issue, some monster issue at the mine back at Tremalaine. And as you were heading over to the blacksmith to unload the iron, Tobias notices someone, goes over and speaks to this person, finds out some information that no one else but Tobias has at the moment. We've got a level up to do. We've got a couple of potential leads to take. So tonight, in the Dale, things will be
getting dicey.
You did it.
Yay! It works.
yeah.
Success.
Yeah. Let's start with the level up. Before we do anything else, let's go for we're all level 2. You and we're all of us together in this.
I'm a big kid now.
yeah. Let's start with, if I look at how you guys are laid out on the screen, we're going to start with John, with Yannick. I know you would have run off to the player handbook or Roll20 or something to figure out what was up for Yannick, John.
Yep. Basically, as soon as we finished, I looked at everything and went, yep, cool, I think I pretty much know what I'm going to do, and that is exactly what I've done.
Okay.
So for Yannick, for clerics at level 2, we get an extra spell slot, which is very helpful because in our first minor encounter, I ran out of spell slots real quick. So nice to be able to have one more in the tank. I also got to prepare a new spell. Clerics are a bit different in that I suppose they're similar to wizards and druids and stuff, where they prepare on the long rest. So I can now prepare up to 5 spells, which is pretty cool.
And how many spell slots do you have?
3.
Oh, okay, that's still pretty low. Yeah, okay.
So you have, but you've got I suppose a bit more flexibility in terms of what spells you use, which is nice. So I have gone with, I prepared the spell for now with my extra prepared spell, which is Command, which allows me to speak a 1-word command to a creature that I can see within range, and the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn. Choose the command from these options. So approach has to move towards you. Drop has to drop whatever it's holding and then end its turn. Flee tries to move away from us, or me, sorry. Or grovel, where it falls down and starts groveling. Or halt, when on its turn it doesn't move or take actions. So a little bit like a hold person-esque spell with a little bit of control in it. And then the other exciting thing for clerics at level 2 is I finally get to channel Moradin. So channel divinity, call down divine energy, and there are basically two things I can do with that. The first one is the classic turn undead. So I don't know if there's any undead creatures in the Dale, but I get to censure undead creatures, and basically all of them within a 30-foot radius has to make a wisdom saving throw, and if they fail, they're frightened and incapacitated for a minute.
Cool.
And
Always
they move
handy.
away from me as far as they can on each of their turns. In the effect ends early if the creature takes any damage, or I get incapacitated, or if I die. So hopefully I don't die. The other thing that I can do is channel divinity for divine spark, which is I point my holy symbol. I roll a 1d8 and add my wisdom modifier, and I either restore hit points, or they need to make a constitution saving throw, and on a failed save they take either necrotic or radiant damage, which is my choice. It's sort of like a classic, like, I'm gonna help my friends or hurt my enemies type of thing, and I can do that twice per long rest. Actually, You regain one of its expended. I regain one channel divinity on a short rest, 2 on a long rest.
Okay, cool. And do you get more of those points as you level up?
Yeah, it sort of has that scaling a little bit like the sneak attack dice and the
Yeah.
other stuff.
Okay, cool. So you've done all of that in Roll20 as well, so your character's all good to go?
Yep, hopefully my hit points have come through too.
Oh, that's right, because you will also get a hit point increase. Have we figured out how we want to do that, whether we just want to take the average or if we want to roll?
I was just
Mine
gonna
just
take the
gave me.
average.
Okay. Sweet. That sounds good. To be fair, I haven't done a level up in the new system, so it may, under 2024, have a set thing. I'm thinking old school rules. In Roll20, you're still showing as level 1. So just in the level up screen, make sure you have like there might be a save option or some sort of button.
It says save draft. I don't know why it's not letting me save the thing. But I'll sort that out.
If you hit next across the bottom all the way to the end, it should like check off all the different sections of your character and poop out a level 2 guy at the end.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you.
And thanks for speaking up, Reese, because you're next. What's happening with Tobias?
So Tobias has been busy on self-reflection and improvement and writing things down on a piece of paper that represents himself. And first up for level 2 for Paladin, we get a fighting style, and there's a few that you can kind of pick from. And I've selected Great Weapon Fighting to go with his super greatsword. So that allows him to re-roll. I'll see if I can click the button. See if I can click it. I'm hoping it just automagics it in there. Essentially, if I roll a 1 or a 2 on either of the dice, it counts as a 3. So
that's cool.
Kind of like normalize the damage a little bit, I guess, or make his terrible rolls not as terrible.
Right.
So that's his Great Weapon Fighting. For level 2 for Paladins, I get Divine Smite. So once per long rest, I can cast it for free, where I imbue my sword with the power of the Crimson Oath for extra sweet radiant damage. I can use that as a spell too if I want to. That's a bonus action, which is pretty cool. And then I get one more spell slot, spell prepared guy, which I've chosen as Heroism, which means I can, as an action, make somebody immune to frightenedness and give them temporary HP.
Cool, so you didn't get another spell slot, you just got like another prepared spell, is that right?
That's correct, yeah. So I've got 3 I can pick from. I added 1 in that level up, but yeah, I can only have 2 spell slots.
Right.
Yeah, so
And
not as spelly as the cleric.
Yeah. What was the fighting style feat that you chose, sorry? What was
it's called Great Weapon Fighting.
Yeah, cool.
Page 209. I'll make it.
That's pretty cool. So you can treat any 1 or 2 as a 3. That's really good. That's really good. Cool. Anything else from that? Any change to proficiency?
Stuff, which is
more
cool.
HP. Okay, cool. Great. Awesome. Next up we have Moj with Dandy. Have you looked at the leveling up at all, Moj, yet? It's okay if you haven't.
And there seems to be only one thing.
Yeah, I did notice. Your sneak attack doesn't change. Your proficiency bonus doesn't change.
It's like nothing happens except
A pretty big
get
thing still
level 2.
happens.
Huh?
Well, what do you think you get at level 2?
I get cunning action.
Which is pretty big. I think it's pretty big. So the stuff that you would normally need an entire action to do, you can now just do as a bonus action. So you have this action and a bonus action. So it no longer uses up an action to dash. You can dash and take an attack now. Whereas before you might have just been able to. So it's pretty good. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, not so bad.
Not so bad.
Do dash, disengage, or hide.
Yeah, cool. While we're talking about hide, I do want to just take a look at if there's any sort of changes to the rules for hide, because I always felt hide as an action was a bit of a weird one. So with the hide action, you try to conceal yourself. To do so, you must succeed on a DC 15 dexterity or stealth check while you're heavily obscured or behind 3/4 cover or total cover. So there you go. So you can only really do it if you're mostly covered anyway. On a successful check, you have the invisible condition, which means make note of your check's total, which is the DC for a creature to find you. So if you rolled like an 18, they would need to roll an 18 or higher to be able to see you. And the condition ends on you either making a sound louder than a whisper, an enemy finding you, or you make an attack roll or cast a spell. So it's pretty awesome. Hiding is pretty good. I don't think hiding was really delved into much in 5th edition, or if it was, we forgot about it. It also says if you're invisible when you roll initiative, you get advantage on the roll. So if you hide and a fight breaks out, then you get advantage on your initiative roll. Attack rolls against you have disadvantage while you're invisible. I don't know how that would even work. I don't know how they would know where you are. So maybe if they're just flailing wildly.
If I hide at the end of my turn, does that mean I get advantage in my next turn?
Well, you once you're hidden, you gain the invisible condition until that condition is broken by either you being louder or you make an attack roll. Yeah. So your attack rolls have advantage. So if you hide, your next attack roll will have advantage, but attacking would then break your invisibility or your yeah. So hide's huge. I don't feel like we delved into that much. And all of this, by the way, as a bonus action as well, which is fantastic. So you can attack, run off behind 3/4 cover, initiate your bonus action of hide, you're invisible. Good to go for next time. Ooh. And, by the way, anytime you have advantage on attack, it's a sneak attack. So...
Wait, does it... But with sneak attack, doesn't someone else have to be, like, within a certain range of the...
No, anytime you have advantage, if you don't have advantage and one of your allies is next to the target, then you get sneak attack. But if you have advantage, you just get it.
Is that what was happening with my short bow last time?
I don't know what was happening with your short. I think something was weird with your short bow because it shouldn't add it on automatically. We just have to make a note of that when that comes up again. So that's actually a hell of a level up, I think. I think it's really good. I think they've made some changes in D&D 2024, which makes hiding more than just like this weird little guesswork situation. That's really good.
It didn't used to be treated as an invisible condition, which is a great change because then it's like all nicely aligned too.
Totally. Great. Awesome. And next up, Harkness.
Right, Harkness. So at level 2 of Warlock, there's a thing called Magical Cunning, which I don't remember from the old rules. I can perform an esoteric rite for 1 minute, and at the end of it, I get half of my Pact Magic spell slots back.
Right, okay.
So I was getting them back on a short rest anyway, but it's quite cool that, we have a fight. We're not going to short rest. I can go hold on for 1 minute and then get half my spells back anyway.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
That's kind of neat. I also got a new spell, and Harkness has received the Armor of Agathis, which gives me temporary hit points and also a Shield of Frost, and anyone that attacks me in melee takes 5 cold damage.
Cool.
But then the fun thing about Warlocks is that you get your Eldritch Invocations. Going to level 2, I got 2 more.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
The 2 that has been gifted to him by his book is Fiendish Vigor, which means he can cast False Life without a spell slot, and that'll give him 12 temporary hit points for an action.
Wow. Cool.
He got Swole overnight. And the other one is Devil's Sight. He now can see up to 120 feet in dim or darkness, both magical and non-magical.
Shit, that's all right. That's pretty good.
That's not too shabby in a place which is perpetually dark. He's just like, wow, this is not as dark as I remember it this morning.
His eyes
yeah.
just adjusted, right?
Yeah, like his pupils went.
Just nothing but pupil now. Whoa.
Oh, it's got that little noise from Splinter Cell. And now you
Yeah,
can see in
yeah.
the dark.
Yeah. And so it gets treated as dim. Did you say dark gets treated as dim? Is
No,
that what?
normally in dim or darkness.
So it's just normal. It just
Yeah.
looks completely normal
120
for
feet
you.
daylight.
Okay, I need to make an adjustment to your icon to make sure that you get that free.
Just show me the whole map.
Amazing. That's honestly amazing. That's such a good thing to have in this campaign. Really,
It's
really
crazy.
good.
I don't know that the old one counted as magical as well. So if someone
Right,
casts darkness,
right.
he's like, oh,
True. He doesn't even give a shit about the darkness spell.
no. That's-
Are you gonna flavor up to his eyes as he like delivered these iron ingots and he's just turned around? He's got these beautiful blues now.
I'll work in story-wise how all these things start working, but
Okay, yeah, cool. I think this is why I used to do it on a long rest, because like you kind of wake up with these new things where you guys have just like, all right, let's go unload this. Ah, my eyes.
I figure he'll notice it as it gets further into the day and it's actually meant to get dark, and he's like, well, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah. Maybe it's something that just slowly kicks in.
building.
Yeah. And
Like
just
a
going,
curry.
yeah. And
For the
just
eyes.
go back to the curry of the eyes. Magical cunning for a second, so you get to use it once every long rest. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, so you can't just every moment just take a minute and refuel. It's
Well,
once
I
every
mean,
long
if
rest.
we take a short rest, then I get them back anyway, so we've got options.
What
I
is
should be
the
casting
thing?
spells quite regularly.
What's the thing that lets you get him back after a short rest?
Warlock.
Oh, that is okay.
That's just what we don't have
All
any
spell
spell slots. He's
slots.
only got 2 spell slots, but then
Yeah,
you get them back
right.
on a short rest.
It seems weird to then on the second level specify. Okay, yeah. In
It's the
game,
difference of a minute versus like
yeah,
a
in
20-minute break.
in-game
I
days,
think
I
you
guess.
don't get a third spell slot until like level 5 or something, right? With Warlock. It's
I
like a
think
really
it's-
long time.
I think I get another one at level 3.
Yeah, you do.
I've got 2 at the moment.
Really?
But keeping in mind that
Wait.
Fiendish Vigor doesn't take a spell slot.
No, I think you still only. No, you only get like. What is this? Because there's spell slots, which stays at 2 until like level 11.
Oh,
but,
is
but slot level increases. So
yeah, your slot level goes up.
So yeah,
You're
no, that's
always casting
fair.
at max level as a Warlock.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's not until 11 that I can actually cast more than a couple of spells. But the thing is, I
Yeah.
got my Eldritch Invocations, which
Yes.
effectively work as spells with
Yeah.
no spell slot.
Pact magic is okay. Yeah, cool. All right. Well, I'm glad you guys did a bit of homework on that and picked the spells for what it was that you wanted, which is great. Let's just head back to Tobias, who's just said goodbye to his contact.
Thank you, travel safe. And Tobias walks back over to his party. Guys, I've got a bit of information about Siffic. Exposition.
Yeah.
And that's what my contact from my old workplace mentioned. What do you guys think?
Do you give them any details about your old workplace, or are you just like, hey, someone I know?
He'll play it cool for now.
Cool. Yep. All right. Sounds good.
Is this information reliable?
I hope so.
So Tobias sort of speaks about all the stuff about Siffic, about maybe, I think I'm just trying to remember the full details of what I said. Potentially blessed by Auriel, but also we do see Auriel like scoot across the sky, leaving her aurora stains. And
That's not quite the image I think of when I see.
you know how like
Aurora.
you know how
Just like
like
a dog with the butt.
yes, when the dog
Ew.
scoots, it's right across the. It's Auriel leaving.
Across the sky. Thanks, man.
Like an oily stain.
Or is it like it's a wet finger across a window?
But Auriel is still seen in the skies every day. And so maybe there's something else sort of going on there. Mentions the sort of the shipwreck, but also the this group of other adventurers that are supposedly looking for some kind of lycanthrope that can change into a polar bear. So he just unloads all of this information onto the group, but keeping pretty tight-lipped on his contact.
I gotta admit, I'm not sure if we should go after Sefik again just yet. I've still got a few bruises from that one. What's your take?
Dandelion will be like, excuse me? A were-polar bear? Here?
I don't know much about lycanthropes, but they sound worse than a normal polar bear, I'd guess.
This is amazing.
Oh, the other thing, where Sefik is, you're also given information. Tobias was given information on where Sefik was. It sounded like Torga was heading towards Targos, off to the west.
I'm thinking, should we perhaps save Tremalaine with their mine issue? Perhaps we might have a bit more resources to tackle some of these more difficult tasks after that.
And then we go hunt werebears.
Okay, so I'm very much on board for helping Tremalaine. Does it strike anyone as perhaps a bit? We haven't really. I'm a little conflicted. That surely we've all seen the Aurora. It's quite pleasant. I admit it is, well, not quite as dark, but it's fairly dark-ish and very cold, I'll give. But the Aurora's quite lovely, isn't it? And we haven't actually, like, has she been killing people other than this cold?
I think people want the
does
spring
require
back.
the sacrifices.
I mean, has been receiving the sacrifices, and now this person is killing. Like, anyway, sorry, my mind is wandering.
Yannick, what do you have to say about that? Like, you've lived up in here for the entirety of the time that these auroras have been going across, and the Frostmaiden has kind of taken over the Dale. It wasn't always this cold all the time, you know.
Yeah, and what do I know about the sacrifices? Would I think that they've been demanded, or is this like us
Is
just
it a
trying
cunning
to guess our
ploy
way
by council?
through a problem?
Let me get you some information on that. It is something that, like, it was kind of believed across the entire Dale that with no end in sight, things started getting a little bit of desperation on what could and couldn't be done about this. I think I need to find some information specifically about the sacrifices. If there's something else you guys wanted to... Oh, here we go. It was as I said, it was basically just out of desperation, as a hope to appease Auriel. And it kind of it started a little over a year ago when it became clear that clearly Auriel is angry or upset, and that Summer is never going to return. It was something that the town speakers across the 10 towns all unanimously agreed to honor. And where they could, what they could sacrifice would be very dependent on what they had available to them. But they kind of agreed, we don't know what's going to appease her, so let's do a little bit of everything to cover our bases. Because in the end, like, gods are real in Faerun, right? This is a thing. Some of them do want sacrifices, so this isn't a far-fetched idea.
Okay, but we haven't had like an envoy of Auriel come and say, I want
No.
3 human sacrifices. I want.
No. And it is something that, like, they know this isn't a good thing. That it comes to, like, some of the towns having to sacrifice people. They know it's not a good thing, but it's one of those necessary evils that will stop the minute Auriel is appeased.
But she hasn't been appeased in the year that they've been doing it.
Correct. Yeah, that is correct.
I can't say I fully agree with the path that we've taken, but everyone in the Dale has to do their part, and sometimes that, we do what we have to do, but it gets harder every time to imagine that this is the right thing. There's 3 people every time.
3 people, and it's basically at a certain point of the month. So it's like 3 people a month.
So it's 36 people so far.
Yeah. And then, of course, the thing with Cephek, people who have tried to get their name out of the ballot have all ended, well, the last 3 from 3 different towns have all shown up dead, thanks to Cephek.
Yeah. And look, I might not agree with what they did, because we're all citizens of the Dale, but I can certainly understand not wanting to be in that lottery. I don't want to be in there. But this is what the speakers have decided, and they speak for the towns.
Harkness, is there something that's is there something that's on your mind about this that you're not wrapping your head around, or?
Well, it's just he's seeing this. He's new here, so like he hasn't experienced this year biting frozen thing, like absolutely cold now. But hasn't imparted the full gravity of it, and he's just seeing this aurora, which is lovely. The days are a little brighter, which is lovely. He's heard about someone who is bringing justice to people who are trying to subvert a societal norm, which he doesn't agree with, and has had, to the best of his knowledge, has had no impact at the moment. So it could just be like a ruse from the elders for whatever reason. But he does agree, I'm not siding with the bad guys here, he does agree absolutely that the sooner we can bring an end to this winter, the better. It's just there's bits and pieces that don't add up straight to this person is horrible and evil. That whitetail on my desk, on the other hand, is.
So
whitetail.
Harkness is a little open to the idea of Auriel at the moment. Doesn't see the full bad. You get a beautiful aurora.
Other than like the winter, which is absolutely bad. She saved a life, potentially, of this person.
Cephek.
Yeah, who has gone on to kill people, which is bad again. But then it's people who are, in a way, like subverting societal norms. So
yeah.
He's keeping an open mind, but he does want to solve this winter problem.
Yeah. Okay. Well, while this is sort of been going, this conversation's been going on, Storn has unloaded all of the iron ingots, moved them inside the black iron blades. Now, the black iron blades is, first of all, you're getting a discount there if you wanted to buy something. But from your conversations with Storn, it's probably not the best quality stuff. Yannick, you'd know that Black Iron Blades doesn't have like a great reputation. The blacksmith does what he can, but he does it fast and to a relatively poor quality. So anything you want to buy, it's all very basic blades and armor and stuff like that. He does all of the blades. His partner does all of the armor or stuff. It's all pretty rough. It's the stuff you've brought with you will definitely be of a higher quality. It won't act any worse than your stuff, but it just doesn't look very good. So if there's anything you wanted that's a common weapon, common armor, you've got the funds for it. Now would be the time to pick it up. John, can I get you to move your mouse away from your microphone if possible? It's very clicky. Sorry. Yeah, is there anything that you guys were looking at purchasing?
Love for black iron blades.
What about their lovely leaden lumps?
Their lovely leaden lumps definitely could be purchased at a price as well.
Check it out.
Check it out.
We need chocobos.
That's the thing on your mind at the moment.
Also, Dandelion has been hearing about how good it is to have goggles. So maybe she wants a pair of goggles.
Yeah, they would definitely sell goggles at the Black Iron Blades as well. They would have your typical kind of survival gear that you might need. And that's stuff that has come from outside that they are stocking. It's not going to be built to a dodgy quality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would it be okay if I got goggles, guys? Do you want a set?
I've got these, but Chocobo sounds amazing. Or Axe Beaks in the local tongue. Oh, yeah!
Yes!
Wait,
Yannick.
wait, what?
Yannick pulls out his goggles.
I have these ones.
Yeah, those are fantastic. I think it makes sense that Yannick would have a pair of goggles living in the 10 towns. I was actually talking to John about really what he might already have, what Yannick might already have being in the 10 towns. So we've had a bit of a conversation if we need to
he'd already
delve
be
into
set,
it.
right?
For a lot of stuff, yeah. Especially as a sled, an ex-sled racer as well. I think I think the deal with your current dogs and sled, Yannick, I think we agreed to something.
They've been loaned out to the mining guild.
That's right, yeah. Loaned out. So that's why he didn't have them until, at the moment.
Yeah. I still had all my snow gear and my snowshoes.
Yeah.
But yes, I highly recommend get yourself a pair of these. Especially if we're going to be riding something a bit faster than snowshoes.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I suppose I should also get a set.
Goggly goggles. Goggle gang. Let's go, goggle gang.
Honestly, they're not overly expensive. It's just a couple of silver each to get some goggles from the Black Iron Blades. They knock it down to a single piece of silver for everything that you've done for them. And even then, it's almost like they could be persuaded for as a freebie. If you want to donate to their place, look, you've already done enough. But if you want to help out, it's just a silver. If not, that's fine.
Dandelion puts her elbow up on the counter and gives them a wink. It's like, go on. Go on.
Okay. They're more
Couple pairs of goggles. Go on.
Yeah, they're more than happy to. All right. So, yeah, you've done plenty already. Let's just get this on, and they get the stuff ready for you. Give you the
My man.
2 goggles. Make sure that they're good sizes for each of you. Size up Harkness, loosen the strap a little bit on the one set and hand it over, and look down at Dandy and tighten up a little set. There we go. Set that over. So you've got yourselves some nice goggles. You look at the rest of the stuff in there, and I think none impressed.
Do we need anything else?
I'll lean over to Tobias and just say, "Look, they're not well renowned for their craft here, but they do make an honest blade, and they do need to pump them out. It's more about people in the 10 towns being able to protect themselves than about the artistry. Me, on the other hand, I follow the ways of Moden and hold the craft in the highest esteem."
You make a good point. They could certainly weaponize villages here to a militia if necessary.
Little fishing militia.
We
but
would
yes.
like to
sorry.
see a man about a chocobo, though.
And Yannick, you would know the perfect spot. It's a little south of the main sort of town centre, and it's the Axe Beak Emporium that you'd probably know pretty well. It's got a real kind of salesman-y kind of guy that you try to avoid as often as you can, but You know he'd do you a deal.
Does it
Go to
smell
the
like Axe
Emporium.
Beak doo-doos?
Yeah, I'd say like the Yannick sort of sets you off to the south. You've left your dogs and sled sort of with Storn outside his place, where a lot of the miners stay when they come and go from Bryn Shander. But it's slightly south of the town centre where you start smelling the acrid smell in the air of what must be like wildlife. And there is an open sort of pen with these maybe 6 of these Axe Beaks are just sort of scratching around in the snow outside. They don't look to be bothered by this weather at all. And looking at them, they're decent size. They are almost 2 meters tall at the top of the head. So maybe not massive for a Goliath's point of view.
Do you have one an extra long?
Yeah, but they're 2-legged. They look the feathers coming off them look almost coarse. They don't look soft at all. This big wedge shape coming off the front of their faces is how they get the name Axe Beak. And they look quite agitated. They don't look docile or friendly or fun. They've got these quite intense looking eyes, almost like you can see their trajectory from a much more prehistoric animal through to their current state.
Oh my gosh, please tell me that they're feathered dinosaurs, because that is also acceptable
They are
next to Chocobo.
They basically are feathered dinosaurs.
Yes.
And the temperament is a little...
Delightful?
No, it's a little scary, to be honest.
What about if I use animal handling? Can I make friends?
It's... Yannick would know that Axe Beaks up here can be tamed. They can be used. They're often used as mounts. But to get the most out of them is difficult. It's a hard journey to win like the full control over an Axe Beak.
As we're sort of standing in front of the Axe Beaks, I'm just going to pop up and say, yeah, I'll be honest, I prefer the companionship of dogs over these creatures, but they do have their advantages. They are incredibly fast. We'd often have the Axe Beaks as sort of safety cars on the sledding tracks, and they could quickly zoom in and help a downed rider. So they are incredibly fast and serve us well traversing the dale.
Yannick, your heart drops almost the moment you hear it. Yannick, my man, you finally come back. I'm going to get you on top of one of these Axe Beaks finally, aren't I? Finally!
Maybe one day. What would you, have you got any thoughts, any deals going?
He gets close. He gets very close. Arm around your shoulders, looking at the Axe Beaks in front of him. Yannick, I see you and your friends have got a good eye. We've got 6 of the finest stock here at the moment. And he throws one hand out towards Harkness. The name's Alex, and I'm here to sell you an axe today. Is that right? Big fella, what's your name?
Harkness. And Harkness's hand just like engulfs his little human hand.
Yeah.
Shake.
And he's trying to assert dominance, like he's really like holding on. He's shaking it hard. Well, Harkness, I tell you what, we've got some of these. These are the finest Axe Beaks you'll find anywhere in 10 towns. He tries to release his hand, and it is engulfed in yours, and it kind of gets his hand out. Yeah. What is it you guys are looking for? Other than some amazing Axe Beaks, which we've got for you right here. One each, is it?
I mean, we think we might just go with dogs, but we just thought we'd come have a look at what you had.
Dogs.
They seem a bit angry, not very good companions.
Yannick and his dogs. When are you going to move on from those, Yannick? Come on. Your sledding days are over. Get yourself back on one of these 2-legged transports. You'll never look back. What's your name, little lady? He sort of like looks down over at Dandelion.
Oh, hey, you could call me Dandy. Is he going to shake her hand?
Yeah. He goes to put out his hand.
So
Well, nice to meet you, Dandy.
She does like a slap.
Oh.
Like she's expecting him to do a slap, hand
right.
thing. But in the end, she's like, you got nice birds, but they look a little rough. Why? What's with the feathers? I thought they were supposed to be like soft to ride on.
Well, we kit them up with a nice seated area for you to make sure that the feathers don't get into your fur, Dandy. Now, so you guys are wanting to walk out of here today with, is it one each? And he's like taps Tobias on his like little chest plate. Fancy little thing. I like that red colouring you've got there. And he puts his hand out.
Good day, sir. Tobias,
nice little red little thing. Well, look, have you noticed the kind of red colourings on this little guy back here? He sort of points over to this one that's just clearly like brown feathers.
There's a crimson hue, I admit. Yannick, what do you think of this one?
Yeah, is that blood? Is that why it's red?
What? No. I mean, they're a little feisty. They might have like scratched each other while they've been out here. But no, it's fine.
Soiled then.
Well, that's just how they come. You're not going to find any without a couple of scratches, whether it's from the wildlife out there or the wildlife in this pen here.
Well,
How many owners has this bird had?
Well, I mean, they don't come to me brand new. I don't hatch them, okay? I am a used Axe Beaks salesman, but that's that is just how they come in these days. We try and bring them in when we find them as young as we can possibly get them. They're easily broken that way, and that way we can raise them to try and get us out of them the best. Not these ones, though. These ones, they came a little bit older, a little bit already with some of their mindset already firmly in place.
So Dandy is like, She's also scoping out, like with peripherals, the area. Like, is there a desk? Is there a place that would obviously hold money? Is there?
You like scope.
What's going on?
You when you were like standing outside looking over the fence into the area with the Axe Beaks, you did hear like the door kind of like slam open and the sound of someone running through the snow to come over to you, right? He wasn't, he didn't just appear out of nowhere. So inside, surely there'll be everything needed to get this. Yeah, once we've got everything, all the papers signed, look, Yannick, what sort of percentage discount do you get with everyone because of who you are, Yannick?
I get 20%.
20%. Look, normally, Yannick, you know these things are worth the 50 gold that they'd normally sell for, but look, because of our history, I reckon we go for 40. 40 for you, maybe 41, 42 for the others.
41, 42. Would you do 150 for all four?
Oh, you drive a hard bargain. What? 40, 160, down another 10 gold pieces.
I thought you said these are like sounds a bit steep, my friend.
Steep, Yannick, tell her what these things are worth. 50. I've sold. The last one went out of here for 70. Okay,
Is that
so
one of the ones with the high miles like these ones had?
they've all look out here. They're all going to be coming with some miles behind them, but they're far from keeling over. That's the main thing. You'll be able to get years of use out of these. But 150, you're dreaming, mate. 150. Give us a persuasion roll.
Not my strong suit.
Is there a thing I can do to like help him?
You can roll with advantage as Dandy tries to help persuade.
Okay.
I give him the hard stare.
Yeah.
But it's from lower because I'm assuming he's taller than she is, so it's just a hard stare.
Yeah.
From below.
Just peering out from the fur hood.
She's also got the crazy
Sorry.
eyes
that's
of a
right.
hare.
Right. A little more wild.
Crazy hare eye.
These sheets are so much more complicated than they used to be.
On the left-hand side, you've got a persuasion button. Click on that. It's 3/4 of the way down the
skills.
left-hand side.
Okay.
Look, we'll get after like another few months. You'll get used to it. Give me a second roll. There we go.
Come on. Nope.
He says, "Oh, look, I can do 150, but the only way I can do that is if you get the extended warranty with these. Yes, that'll put you up to, let's say,
What's that
100.
gonna cost?
It'll take it back up to 160, but you get the extended warranty.
Out of character, how much are those gems worth?
50 gold
50.
piece.
Okay, so we got 4 of those.
Yeah,
Just as team treasurer.
yeah. He says,
We got
I'll
4
pull,
of
I'll pull out
those.
the gem and I'll say, look, I'm going to need to make this work. We'll give you 3 of these. You know these are worth 50 each. And you can have your 10 gold pieces for the extended warranty.
okay, yeah, okay. I think we can do this. Have you guys picked out your favourites? And feel free to describe your own Axe Beak. I'm not going to give you options. I just want you to find the perfect one for you, and that is one of the ones that just happened to be in this sort of area. So, Dandy, you're looking at these Axe Beaks. What sort of which one do you like?
She kind of likes the white with little black flecks one.
Okay.
Cute little yellow beak, kind of feisty, but it looks very curious because it keeps looking over at us whilst,
It could be hungry. We haven't. I'm not sure if we've. You get does this whistle, and his assistant comes out. We're just going to be taking the white one with the flicks. Good for camouflage out there, if you're taking this cross country. Good selection. How about you, big fella? He says, looking to Harkness.
Harkness is looking at all these little birds. And lo and behold, he does find the largest one, and a little gust of wind shows that it's got ticked feathers, so it's a little darker on the inside, but more snowy coloured on the outside. And he's like, well, I suppose I just have to take the largest one.
you got the one with frosted tips.
It'll be large enough. Like it is a good couple of feet taller than the others. Like they are all sizes, and you have found one that will comfortably have you seated on top of it. So
For its sake.
yeah. Otherwise, you could like Flintstones it across the dale. And he sort of makes a note to his assistant. The ugly, taller one. Yeah, grab that one as well. Be glad to get rid of that one. And middleman. What is Tobias? You're gonna find that. What do you think of that brown one? The red one at the back.
Yeah, the more I think about it, that brown does have a little bit of red in it. Oh, I'll take that one, thank you.
Okay, take that one as well. Yannick. We don't have any dogs here, mate. Which one are you gonna go with?
Yannick sort of stomps backwards and forwards, looking him over for a while, like, agonizing for way longer than the party's comfortable with, and just goes, you know what, this one with the proud red chest hair, Moradin would be happy with that.
Yeah, perfect.
Brilliant choice.
It's got this like beautiful like brownish reddish plumage on the front, almost like a shield on its chest.
Like a really big robin.
yeah. The assistant goes to try and like corral them, and you're now seeing like how difficult these things are. He's really trying to bring them in, and leaving a couple of them. He said, you know what, let's leave my assistant to it. He'll have them ready shortly. Let's get inside, sign some paperwork, get this money swapped over, and we'll have you out of there in no time. And it doesn't take too long. for you to, you hand over 3 of the bloodstone gemstones. You add the additional 10 GP to get this extended warranty. He sort of explains the terms and conditions for it, and it sounds like there's a lot of loopholes there, which really might not mean much, but you've got it, and it's within about 10-15 minutes. And there's a lot of noise coming from outside. The sounds of these Axe Beaks have this hissing squawk, very hissing kind of squawk. You hear that multiple times, and the assistant comes in, and he pulls back his hood, and he's just got like this fresh gash on his forehead. He's trying to like mopping it down. He's like, it's all okay. It's all sorted for you. All of them ready to go. Excellent. Well, the paperwork's all done. You guys are the proud owners of some Axe Beaks. I guess the next thing would be to name them at some point. I'm sure I don't know if they'll listen to whatever names they give you, but that's your problem now, not mine. They'll all be kitted up with everything you need to get from here to wherever it is you're going. And he's almost hurrying you out the back now, where there's now 4 Axe Beaks lined up with kind of reins that have been tied to the little individual fence posts.
Y'all ready to roll animal handling?
Perhaps I should have mentioned to people that I've never actually ridden one of these before. Is that going to be an issue?
Are you asking?
The others.
The others. Okay.
Mainly Yannick.
I mean, even if you had, it might be an issue. These are adult Axe Beaks.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I prefer dogs, but these dogs are not as fast as these things.
Yeah, these some of the information he gave you, Alex gave you about these animals is that they will get you from here to like Targos in an hour. Unlike the dogs that you've been probably utilizing while you've been here, they won't require a rest every hour. They can take you long distances.
We got the extended range ones. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I am going to pull some rations from my pack, hopefully like something meaty, and start feeding my one to try to form a good first impression.
Yeah, I'm still going to need an animal handling roll, but we'll go with advantage. You do have meat on you.
God, I hope this works.
It might be good for everyone to roll an animal handling, just so we can have that sort of stored away for very shortly.
Maybe offer some meat while you do it. Is my only tip.
Yeah, feel free to roll with advantage.
I'm not used to these ones, but these animals, but.
Feel free to also roll with advantage if you're going to be utilizing something else that you think would help you out.
Nice.
Goodbye, meat.
Tobias is going to watch Yannick use the meat, but he's going to drop it into the snow. Still going to try and feed it to him, and he manages a best of 8.
Okay.
Dandy got a nat 20.
Oh, amazing.
So her and... What are we calling you? Her and Duster, their eyes meet, and it's instantly like she's... You know horse girls? Apparently she's an Axe Beak girl, and it's like... my baby, and like she's just petting it on the head. There is a connection between Dandy and Duster, like straight away. But those eyes, the eyes on these creatures, at first you're like instantly intimidated. You're not sure if it's looking at you out of love, affection, hunger, aggression. Oh god, it's not like mittens, is it?
But there's just like that moment as you approach. Are you approaching with your hands out? Have you got food as well, or are you just approaching as Dandy?
No, she got the full horse girl thing where she saw it and then like, inside the enclosure, it was like she was fenced off, but now
Yeah.
it's like right there, and walking forward, it's like, oh, it's really big. Oh, it's actually really cute. Oh no, I love you.
Right. So you're not trying to feed it or anything. You're just like
No, but
one on one.
she's like showing,
Yeah.
showing hands,
Yeah.
trying to be nice and calm.
It kind of like it backs its head away as you approach, and I think it gets to a point where you're just like, it's so amazing, and you just like wrap your arms or like around a big chunk of it, not without any fear of what it might do. And it's that confidence. I don't think these Axe Beaks are used to that kind of confidence, and it just sort of like brings its head down and rests it over your shoulder, resting its the bottom of its beak over your shoulder. Yannick, you've gone in with the meat animal handling check, max of 13, I think you rolled. Again, there's a bit of a standoff with you and this Axe Beak. It's darting between like the meat in your hand and like your face. Keeps just darting back and forth, and it scratches the ground and lets out this hiss. It almost like it kicks a chunk of snow in your direction, and smacks down on your hand with its beak, forcing you to drop the meat down onto the ground, of which it quickly picks up off the ground. So it's not the warmest welcome for Yannick.
While it's busy with the meat, I'm gonna calmly but firmly walk up beside it, put my foot in the stirrup, and get on top of it. Or attempt to.
Yeah, it's distracted enough by the meat for that to happen. But there's been no real connection between you yet. Harkness, how did you roll?
Holy, I got an 8.
Right, okay. Are you approaching how are you approaching this one?
There. It's me, friends. Yes? No? Okay. Tell you what, here's some food. I won't ride you yet. I'll just walk with you. Please don't pick me in the back of the head.
Yeah, this one's a bit more like violently pulls away, like really testing the strength of that rope. And it's maybe that your height is maybe... there are Goliaths up here, and there maybe there's some sort of history between it and Goliaths, and it seems pretty hesitant towards you. It won't even accept the food from you.
We'll work this out.
Tobias.
Tobias will be trying to watch what Yannick is doing and then fail at what he's trying to do. He rolled a total of 8. So he's going to try and do the food, but he dropped the food and he's going to sort of stumble.
Yeah.
And see how he gets on.
This one has like a fascination with your armor and is like picking away at your armor. It doesn't seem to be intimidated by who you are as a person, and it's almost like grabs on and starts like trying to remove a bit of your armor, just like thrashing you about in your armor until you manage to kind of wave it off you. And did you say so you dropped some meat on the ground? Mm-hmm. It sort of then sees that and moves its focus over to the meat. So you've now got 4 Axe Beaks. They may not be the easiest or the kindest or the nicest beasts you could have right now, but you've got them.
My baby is.
Yeah. You also do have rental dogs at this point as well.
Oh, I was about to say, yay! Chocobo's hungry no more, but the rentals.
Whoa. All right.
Should we head back to
We're
Tremalaine?
not feeding the dogs to the...
Yeah.
You should return them.
Yeah, maybe we could, maybe Dandy and I could hold the Axe Beaks while you guys ride the sled. Just until you get the hang of the Axe Beaks.
Most agreeable, thank you.
Yeah, not a terrible idea. It will mean that the journey back is a little longer. You won't be able to take full advantage of the Axe Beak speed. It's that typical take the dogs for about an hour worth of travel, stop for an hour for the dogs to rest, travel again for an hour. It's going to take you about 3 to 4 hours to get back to Tremalaine. But that was the plan. It was early morning when you left Tremalaine. You got here at about midday. Another 4 hours back. It'll be getting very dark on your journey back. So if that's where we're looking to be headed, we can just sort of keep that momentum going. But let's take a 5-minute break before we do so. Otherwise, I would literally just keep going.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah. Cool. Axe Beaks for all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
The problem is they had no tires to kick. So you don't know if you're getting a good one.
Is that why it's so mad at you? Because you kicked it in the ankles, and it's like, I remember that.
He's a little nervous about this large bird thing. Not something that you see down south.
Yeah. And it's a decent couple of feet taller than the others, so I think everyone is like looking back at giant Harkness on this giant bird.
7'2"
Yeah.
blue person.
yeah. Although you're well rugged up in this weather as well, especially now with your fancy goggles on and everything too. So
Look like I'm riding a tauntaun.
yeah, yes.
Is that its name?
It is now. But you thought he smelled bad on the outside. Ooh.
Drop Shadow in the chat says, no such things as bad axe beak, only bad owners. By the way, I totally stole a couple of things that I saw in the chat. So thank you guys for chatting away while that was going on. I think it was Manda, which was like recommend the extended 24-month. She called it the mechanical warranty. I just went with extended warranty. I'm not going to steal someone's complete stuff. Gar said, tell them he's dreaming when it came to that 150 GP. I was like,
I saw the Mitre 10 ad in my mind.
Yeah. That was almost too perfect. So I think this is going to be, I'm going to be keeping my eye on the chat. And if I borrow from you, I will definitely give you a call out when it gets to a point where we chat to the chat.
Chat with the chat.
To the chat. Awesome. And used Axe Beaks salesman was from Lyndon Hood as well. So thank you for that, Lyndon. That was very. There was a couple of other good ones. Lovely specimen, one very careful owner, which I like that. Non-pipe smoking household. Just had a service in house. There were some really good ones in there. Check its teeth. Kick the tires. Choose the one with the racing stripe.
Oh.
Yeah, you left the one with the racing stripe.
That.
Yeah. Someone else will get that one. I really am enjoying having like human characters without fantasy names. Just having like Alex. I like that.
Alex.
Even in Faerun, there's still just like an Alex walking around. He's a human. What are you gonna do?
Are we waiting for like a Gaza or anything like that?
Maybe. I'm really tempted to find a space for Greg to come back, for those who remember Greg from our Curse of Strahd playthrough. And, that was a character that really got under the skin of a lot of people just because he was so annoyingly chatty and kind of wholesome and just like...
Aww.
Yeah,
He's like my Glenn.
I loved Greg. Greg was amazing. I really enjoyed Greg. Yeah, Gar says, hell yeah, more Greg. Perfect, yeah. Greg was nice.
Game question.
Yes.
Olorus Maskew the half-orc. He was the mayor of the town, was he? Or was he just some
Tremalaine.
dude?
He's the council speaker. He's the
Council speaker.
So they
My notes
all
went
of these towns have like the equivalents of mayors, but they're just called council speakers.
Okay, that's why my notes were weird.
Half orc.
The top half is orc.
Yeah, and the bottom half is a horse.
Damn it! No centaurs in my goddamn games ever.
But
Dirty
he wears pants
centaurs.
properly, where he just like puts all four legs in and then zips it up the front.
You could just put on like a onesie, I guess.
No. He's not the bottom. His bottom half isn't the bottom half of a horse. It's the top half of a horse. So he's like cat dog, but it's him and a horse.
Okay.
Just balances on two legs.
Top half
Precariously,
man,
like-
top half man, top half horse. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm imagining him just like flapping around like a fish out of water to get around.
Basically,
There
yeah.
goes Greg.
Half man, half horse, half orc.
Yeah.
All
speaker.
despair.
Yeah. I'm just picturing like a seal, also a sea lion or something, but
Oh,
Pink,
like was it the
but
walrus
pink.
that Jason Jared? No, there's a movie where the guy Justin Long,
yeah,
the walrus or
Tusk.
something. Tusk, yes.
I haven't seen it. I really want to see that. That's a Kevin Smith film of all people. Yeah. It's like
I've heard of
a
it,
legitimate horror, body horror movie. I think it's the only kind of horror film that Kevin Smith has made. He normally does comedies. But it's meant to be, like, the practical effects are meant to be amazing.
Is there a giant walrus
It's about a
killing people?
It's about a guy, a crazed doctor who kidnaps someone who like knocks on his door, and slowly turns him into a walrus.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch it for like 15 years. I still haven't watched it. I need to add. I'm gonna add it to my watch list right
It's
now.
like half
actually.
orc, 2/3 orc, 1/4 orc.
Yeah,
Now all walrus.
yeah. Have you seen the movie Tusk, John?
What? Oh, is it like the walrus
No.
of Theseus?
Yeah, we were just discussing Tusk, which is like a body horror film. It sounds awesome. IMDb's not
It's
working.
Kevin Smith. That's so
Yeah,
random.
yeah.
But also then like the premise is that kind of odd that okay. Just the fact that it's a horror is the one that throws me for Kevin Smith.
Yeah, Guy was saying Red State is kind of a horror, which I haven't seen that one either, actually.
I haven't heard of that one.
He said Tusk is pretty wild, amazing performance by the old mate, the mad doctor guy. He died a few years ago. Oh, that's a shame.
Oh,
Yeah, I would add it to my watch list, but IMDb is down, so I'll do that sometime. Guardsman Greg and Baron Byron were the best characters in Phandelver. Guardsman Greg was in Curse of Strahd, so...
be kind, be kind.
yeah. The fact that you even know Greg is fantastic. Kevin Smith also co-wrote the Netflix He-Man series.
Yes.
That I did know.
I didn't know that one. Is that the one that was really not about He-Man at all?
Yes,
Revelations.
and it was amazing.
I think I just wanted He-Man, and so like I was like, that's not what I wanted. I wanted He-Man.
It gave me a lot of the stuff that I didn't know I wanted, like what is Orko's backstory, and I'm like,
Right.
and I'm like, oh my god, yes, please and thank you. This is great. I want more.
Yeah. I think I watched the first season. Like I still enjoyed the first season. It's been a couple of seasons, right?
I think two.
Okay, maybe I should watch the second
I never
season.
finished the first one. I gotta watch that at some point.
Yeah, it was just that I heard like new He-Man, and I was like, He-Man, wanting He-Man, and then it was like, He-Man's. Let's look over here. It's set, and I mean like it's fair because it wasn't even called He-Man, right? It was like Masters of the Universe something or other.
There's He-Man Revelations, I thought.
It's called Masters of the Universe Revelations.
Yeah, see, so they didn't even put He-Man in the name, so that was on me.
But there's a He-Man live action coming up, isn't there?
Yes,
A new
yeah.
one?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, let's.
because the first one did so well.
The first one ruled though. when you're like 10, the first one was really fucking cool.
And they set up the sequel, so I mean, let's go.
Yeah,
Skeleton
exactly.
coming out of the liquid.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, let's do a couple of things. Let's get you on the map for Tremalaine. Not that you're there yet. You're not quite at Tremalaine yet, but you're on the way. And let's
If
get
I sing the map song, will you get like copyright struck?
I don't know
Dora
is that like a.
Dora.
the
I was gonna
Explorer.
say Dora. I was gonna say that. Probably. I don't know. Maybe you're allowed like 2-second bite of it or something. I don't know.
Sing it real fast then.
All right, we'll get some sound going. The journey back to Tremalaine is a slow one. You're not getting to experience the full speed of these Axe Beaks quite yet, and now that you're stopping every hour to stop for an hour to sort out these dogs, you're kind of like, oh, this is a bit of a bump. This is slow going, actually. You know what? You're just really looking forward to letting loose with these Axe Beaks. The two of you on the sled was both Tobias and Harkness looking after the dogs. You're having it quite easy despite it being slow, whereas Dandy and Yannick, while they've managed to be on top of their mounts, controlling theirs and the one that they're sort of leading behind is really causing a problem. They're not as easy to steer. They seem to have quite a mind of their own for where they want to go, and as almost as often as you are going behind the sled, you'll find yourself veering off and having to really try and force them back on track. It is not the easiest journey. And after that second stop is where like the aurora is starts shining above you. You're actually just scooting along, Oriel dragging her ass across the skies. And this is the first time, I think this is the first time you've actually seen it in motion. This is the first time you've seen it being painted across the sky. Smeared across the sky. And it is quite a sight. It's you've seen it up there before, but to see it being sort of growing, it starts at this point, and you can only imagine it that is the point. That is where Oriel is. Too hard to see in any sort of detail. But what I will say, from the sled, Harkness, you've started to see a bit clearer now. It should be dark, or it should be getting dark, but it just continues to get a bit brighter. One thing I will ask about these new eyes of yours with level 2. What happens when you're trying to sleep? Can you turn it off?
Well, weirdly, he shuts his eyes, and it gets a lot darker when they're closed.
Yeah, that actually that's good. Or is it just like you can just see your bright blue eyelids because you can just see so perfectly in dark?
For everyone else, it looks really weird as his eyes are glowing underneath eyelids. I think what it is, there's a almost reflective quality on his eyes now if the light catches him in the right way.
Okay, nice.
Not that he would notice, he's just like, that's much more pleasant. It was certainly, I'm sure, I don't have a way to tell the time, but I'm sure would have been darker.
Oh,
Nice one,
it is
Riddick.
dark.
No, not dark.
It is like, it's like nighttime for the rest of you. It's only like 4 p.m, but it is like night now. So there's torches lit to make sure that those who can't see in the dark can see, which I think is a dwindling number of you now. Just Tobias and Dandy that can't see in the dark, that need this torchlight.
Yeah.
And it's on that second pause while the dogs kind of just get their breath back, that you may be entertaining yourselves in small ways. This could even be counted as like a short break if it was needed. Each of you doing your own different thing, but Harkness, you take a moment just to step out. You're on the side of this track with a frozen river off to the left, and there is like a bunch of snow coming down, whipping through you. The visibility is pretty low, but it's just you, Harkness, looking out over that lake at the moment, and in that, the aurora has come and gone during your travels, but now there's like a shape over on the lake. There's like, in that snow, there's like a silhouette. Even with your newfound eyesight, you're still just seeing a silhouette in the snow itself.
Harkness is gonna just like peer and try and figure out like human shape, animal shape,
Human shaped. Yeah, definitely human shaped. If you had to guess, it's probably like a womanly shape.
I say hello.
And the rest of you hear like Harkness like call out at this point.
Hello.
No need to
what do
raise
you
your
want?
voice, man.
You turn to see Harkness looking out over the lake. It's all too dark for you to see, both Dandy and Tobias, to see anything.
He turns back to the hut. Do any of you see that person?
No. Do you want to send Mittens out, perhaps?
Oh yeah, so that's a good point. Mittens! And
As-
Mittens kind of just like load dive bombs over a Dandy, comes over to him.
God damn it!
It's like just clips it, just like.
No, it's just close enough that she can feel the gust of wind.
Yeah,
And,
right.
Little contrails.
By the time Mittens like makes himself aware, you look back towards the lake, and the shape's gone, the silhouette's gone. It's like there's like a gust of snow that almost like wraps it up this form before carrying on with the wind, and the shape's gone. The silhouette that you saw on the lake gone. And Mittens flies out over there. There's nothing that Mittens is sending you back.
Must have just imagined it. Shall we carry on then?
Yeah, dog's arrested.
Good idea. Let's get our bond back from these rental dogs, shall we?
Yep, it's only about another half an hour's worth of travel before you end up back in the sort of the familiar southern side of Tremalaine, and only another 5 minutes on sled before you're back at the dog rentals. Everything's covered. He's happy to see the dogs. He's checking them over, especially looking for like scratch marks or bite marks now that he sees you're traveling with like Axe Beaks. And he's asking you, making sure that there was no altercations between them. He's fine. Everything's good. You don't owe anymore. And it's all sorted. Dogs have been returned.
Has there been any developments with the mine? Any more news about the monsters?
The dog rental, he doesn't know anything about the progress on that. He sort of states that Mastu was the guy to talk to down at the
Blue Clam, wasn't it?
Blue Clam. Good note taking. Yeah.
Thank you, kind sir. Should we head to the Blue Clam team?
Well, yes. Sooner in, sooner
I'm
out.
just gonna give the dogs one last rub down. Just be like, I'll miss you guys. I'll miss you, dogs.
But just with the hair and the beard and the goggles, you look so fucking good. It just looks so good.
He really does like those dogs, doesn't he?
They're good dags.
Yeah.
People trust your dogs.
The Blue Clam isn't too far away. Let me just bring up my map here. It's really strange. You know, it's only like sort of late-ish afternoon, but it feels way quieter than it did when you ventured out into the sort of this area of Tremalaine at sort of 8-9 this morning. The young boy that was out there calling out the news of the day, he's no longer there. There's very few people out on the streets. There's way more people with like light flickering from inside their homes, with whatever light does manage to breach all the boarded up windows that people have sort of decided to use here in Tremalaine. And it's only a couple of minutes of walking your Axe Beaks through the city. They're getting a few stares out the window. It's not that Axe Beaks are rare or anything, but it's just kind of just fearful that they might damage property, I think. Yeah. So there's a lot of moments where they're very inquisitive birds, and you kind of like fighting against their reins at points as they'll try to like just push over with their beaks, like someone's small picket fence or wooden fence that they've put up. Pick up cobblestones out of the snow and just kind of like toss them at buildings and stuff like that.
Aw, such a little rascal.
Such annoying little bastards. let's have a... Oh, okay, yeah. As you get closer to sort of the lakeside where it's all sort of frozen over, there's a few boats sitting in the pier that are also like just frozen in place. And you can see the blue clam, big sign of blue clam, where there's a lot more light and a lot more noise coming from. And outside the tavern, you see two bundled up humanoids talking to one another. And when they see you, one of them waves to you in this friendly manner, taking in, you got the Axe Beaks, the goggles, your adventuring gear. He calls out, "You seem entirely too prepared for trouble. Are you here about the mine?" He just throws out towards the group. Who's at the front of the group?
Probably not Harkness, who is still trying to cajole and work with Tonton to get moving.
Good name.
There's an uneasy truce there.
Possibly Dandelion, just because she'll be like having a ball on Duster.
Yeah, right. As you get closer to these two, the one that called out has like a very orcish face, but he's much smaller, much smaller than your typical orc. But he still has some of those, a couple of teeth on his bottom jaw, just coming up, just hints of them coming up over his top lip. Oh, you're here for mine?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? All right, well, yeah, why not? You know anything about it?
I heard there was a monster.
Kobolds.
Kobolds?
Yeah. Got into
Like
the mine.
how many?
Oh, sure. They got in there about a couple of days ago, and basically forced all the miners there to abandon their jobs. No one was killed. No one was harmed. But miners aren't fighters.
Oh, well, you're in luck.
Yeah, you don't mind
Here
taking.
we are.
You don't mind going in there and clearing out them kobolds?
We're ready and willing to help.
Easy
you
as
out.
that. Easy
I'm
as
sure it
that.
won't be a problem.
Easy as that. You're just happy to do it.
Have they made any demands? Sorry, Harkness is pulled up by this point.
Right. No, there's no one's really gone in to get rid of him. They just escorted our miners out, told them not to come back, and it's kind of slowing things down, isn't it? And we just need them gone. We don't have many fighters here, so any help?
And the fee was?
Oh, okay. So you did hear there was a fee.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50 gold. Pretty standard merc rates, I think. Is that all right?
Can I just give him another hard stare?
Is that all right?
50 gold pieces per kobold sounds very generous.
No, come on. 50 gold pieces, you clear that out.
Just to clarify, how many kobold is it? 100? A dozen?
I don't know. Enough to clear out my miners.
How many miners?
There's quite a few miners. There's 12 or so miners.
What
Been
are
kicked
their
out.
names and backstories?
Look, do you want to help us out, or...
Yeah. I'm just pulling your leg.
Okay. I don't know how many kobolds, all right? A group of them.
All right.
I don't know how big they normally... I don't know how big their packs are. Look, I'm kind of just annoyed my miners didn't put up any kind of fight. They were... got to try and
They're
find
miners,
ways...
not fighters.
They're miners, not fighters, yeah.
No, I'm sure that you actually need fighters in this situation.
We
Everyone
do.
seems to be perfectly amiable at the moment.
Oh,
The miners could have taken a couple of kobolds.
yeah. I don't know. Look, I don't think I've got... They're not my miners, okay? They haven't... I
Is
don't
it
think...
a union thing or something? Is there like a... They're not allowed to? Is it like a hazard pay issue?
Look, as much as I am the town speaker, I don't get given every bit of information. I think there's something, and Yannick, you know that it was pretty controversial, Aura's like becoming town speaker. Not a lot of people, despite him winning, not a lot of people seem to really think very highly of him. And so he's like, look, some people, I just don't get told, this is a hard job, all right? All I know is that this town is going to go under if we don't get our miners back in there. I don't know why the miners didn't put up a fight. I don't know why they're not telling me everything that I need to know to get this fixed. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something bigger at play politically to try and get me out of Tremalaine. I don't know. But we start with that mine. Oh, there was one other. There's a miner that went missing in there a few days beforehand, before the kobolds showed up. If you can find him as well, while you're in there, that would be great. But look, the miners are starting to fear that something must have crawled up from the Underdark before the kobolds made their presence. I don't know if I trust him. This seems like just one of those things you tell old Mastu just to make him look stupid. But I know those mines do run deep.
Did the kobolds come up from the bottom, or did they come in from the top?
From the top. Look, there's a good chance that the missing miner just like fell down the central shaft area. It's deep enough that his body would never have been found. So it's just miners are like this, talking, making up stories. Creature from the Underdark.
Indeed, it seems like the income of this town is still at stake, so we'll
Thank you.
check it out smartly for you, good sir.
Thank you.
Did
And
they,
Tobias will put his
did they
hand
give
on his
any
shoulder,
details
but-
about... Sorry. Did they give any details about this creature from the Underdark? Or...
No, it's just speculation. Just speculation. They can't comprehend that a miner might fall down a fucking shaft and has to make up stories about some creatures. So if you find a miner in there, take a little peek down that shaft, see if you see anything, if you got any torches or anything, drop something down, see if you can light something up, see if there's any sign of him. If you don't find him, that's all right.
Is there anyone that we could speak to about the layout of the shaft? The mine in general?
It's not that big of a mine. It's like you just follow the mine down. It's not like we're out here digging dungeons or nothing. We just keep sort of progressing.
Okay, then.
Yeah. None of the miners are going to want to go down there with you, and it's not like we keep maps of the place. I could get one of the miners to maybe, if they listen to me, I could maybe try and get one of them to help you out with some directions, but I don't know what they'll tell you.
And I suppose sooner in, sooner out.
Yeah, sooner in, sooner out. It's only 30 minutes to the northeast. Head northeast. There's a hill with a great big mining opening on the front. Can't miss it. I think one of the kobolds have put some kind of stupid sign out front as well. But yeah, you'll find it. I'm happy to come and show you if you need the direction, but you know, I'm not going to be able to offer you much help inside.
Tobias is going to lean over to Yannick. Do you reckon we can find this by ourselves? Do you think? Nice. All right. Well, should we head off then? See what we can find.
Excuse me, Mr. Mesky, though. Is there some way that we could stable our Axe Beaks first? Seems unlikely we'll take them in with us.
Yeah. No, we can sort something out. You can put them up next to the Blue Clan. That's fine.
Excellent, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Good thinking, Heartless.
Cool. You sort of do the same thing that was done outside where you purchased them. There's like, it seems to be pretty common for there to be like little stations for Axe Beaks to be sort of tied to, especially outside taverns or any sort of establishment. And they're there. Matthew sort of lets you know he's going to be in the Blue Clam for the rest of the day, sort of trying to make plans for how he's going to get the miners back into the mine once it's all cleared out. So, again, points you northeast. You see, it reminds you you won't be able to miss it, and just wishes you luck.
All right, let's go. What do you think?
Good, Bob.
Cool. It's like a straight trail to the northeast. You sort of head out east and it curves up northeast, and it's basically a straight line. It's clearly being used extensively, although it is covered in snow at the moment. And it is pretty much bang on 30 minutes when you arrive at an area around this opening. And it's completely devoid of life. The entrance to the mine is this open tunnel in the hillside. You can see there's empty carts are parked near the entrance, next to which there's a crude wooden sign that has been propped up. Written on the sign in charcoal are the words, and it's beautifully written, by the way. Like, the calligraphy is pretty tidy for what you can only assume was written by a kobold, which says in Common, kobolds only.
I don't think this applies to us, shall we?
There's like no light coming from within that mine as well. Complete darkness. But everyone...
Surprisingly bright in there, don't you think?
I was going to say, except for our people who can see in the dark. I've just moved you over to this map here, and got to change your token, Tobias. I need to give you like, was it 120 feet of just normal
feet.
vision?
Yeah.
So you don't emit bright light, but you do have night vision now of 120 feet. You are nocturnal, so did that work? Do you see anything?
I see a black screen.
Zoom out and go top left.
Yeah, are you at the top? Can you see the top left?
I'm all the way zoomed out. I've got borders and everything.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait a second. Maybe if we just do that.
Hey!
That. Okay. Yannick, is your night vision all set up? Yep, that should be working. Tobias, obviously it's pitch black as you walk in.
Yeah, the Crimson Oath. Light! Which he casts on his greatsword.
Yeah, great. It's the only one without any sort of form of lighting as you, Dandelion. So you're using the light from... you're welcome to light a torch if you'd like to, or you could just go by the light of Tobias's sword.
Yep.
Harkness is going to get a handkerchief, and he is going to hold it and say, Vico MBI, and it will start glowing. And he hands it to Dandy. This hasn't been used, but if you pop it in your pocket and just drape a bit out, it gives light.
That's nice.
Don't mind
Or
if
you
I
could
do.
just pop it back in if it's too bright for you.
Yeah, that's
Great.
pretty good. Let me give you some light from yours as well. So you should have...
Nothing smartens up an outfit like a pocket square. Thank you very much.
That glows.
So at the entrance of the mine, it drops down. It descends about 60 feet. Just these rough-hewn steps down 60 feet before ending in this chamber. The highest this roofing area is at this point is only about 7 foot. So it's a very uncomfortable situation for our Goliath friend Harkness.
This was poorly constructed.
Well, it's full of like small little miners. And in this sort of opening sort of chamber, you've got a bunch of racks holding picks and hammers that are all nailed to the walls of this small cavern. And the floor is covered with rock, dust, in tracks.
It makes it sound like it's child labor. Just like a small little tunnels for miners.
Yeah. The cavern opens up and you've got a couple of sort of areas down to the south, and another passageway off to the right. It wasn't quite as straightforward as Mastu claimed it to be.
All right, let's see what we shall find, shall we?
Oh, this is exciting.
The only thing that really stands out in this area, again, is those tools and some dust and sort of dust-covered flooring and some random tracks found in the dust.
Do they look like cobalt tracks?
Give me a survival check.
Normal roll. That'd be a 21.
Some of them do look like kobold tracks. There looks to be some sort of reptilian footprints mingled in with human tracks, as well as a set of tracks that look like they belong to some giant rodents. The reptilian tracks kind of fan out, leading off to all directions actually. Some off to the east and some to the one of the paths south, the rightmost path to the south.
Well, it certainly seems like we're in the right place.
The giant rat tracks look to lead off to the area to the right or the east.
Not sure about this giant rodent-looking track, though.
Oh, indeed. Tobias will put
I'm right
Winston down on the ground. Winston, can you go check out those tracks that Harkness has identified, please? Winston the Weasel will head to the east.
Heading off to the east. So do you have some sort of communication with your weasel as well? Alright, cool. John?
I'm going to use stone cutting. So as a bonus action, I gain Tremor Sense with a range of 60 feet for 10 minutes. So basically this means... So I'm going to use Tremor Sense on the walls of the cave, or the ground of the cave. And it makes me sensitive to vibrations in the ground, and I can automatically pinpoint the location of anything that is in contact with the ground. So like it would give us maybe a heads up if something's coming in within 60 feet of us.
Okay.
Sort of making vibrations in the ground.
My God, you're like a gold card carrying Daredevil. This is fantastic.
And it's for 10 minutes as well, so it's a decent amount of time for this. Is it a free action? It's just a bonus action.
Bonus action.
Oh, mate, so you could just be running this the entire... Okay, cool. Are we just going to assume you're running this the entire time you're down here?
Yeah, doors are good in caves.
Yeah, okay, cool. There's like slight pitter-patter that you're feeling through the stone work. Well, you're feeling pitter-patter, but you're kind of aligning it to what Harkness has pointed out as like the giant rat things. Maybe it's reduced to a pitter-patter, but just from the distance. But almost directly to the southeast of you, you're at what sort of distance? To the southeast. You said it can pinpoint it perfectly, yeah? 45 feet. 45 feet to the southeast. You're getting a pitter-patter that matches, from these tracks you're seeing, likely the rats.
I think if you want to send Winston that way, I'm pretty sure the rats are down there.
Oh, appreciate that, Yannick. Thank you. Winston, off you go, boy.
Tell me which sort of path you're wanting Winston to head off in.
The southern track to the right-hand side.
Cool. He darts off. How does he give you information?
Just going to click on that cool ass button. It is here somewhere.
I'm assuming it'll either be through visuals or... Oh, here we go.
Oh, that's not the one I need. Oh, there you go. That's all the details.
You can.
So bonus action, you can see through the familiar's eyes and hear what they hear until the start of my next turn.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So
Cool.
with Winston's crimsony coloured eyes, I will see what he sees as he scurries to the south right.
Okay. I just want to double check. So he's a. Is it using a specific animal's like stat block that you're using?
A weasel stat block.
Oh, it is actually.
Yep, it's just cookie cutter weasel.
Cool. I just want to bring up some information here as well, just for my benefit. Now, it doesn't say, and I hate to do this, but it doesn't say anything about dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
So how is Winston going to see anything?
After about 20 feet, Winston comes back.
That's what I just wanted to. Oh wait, sorry. No, here we go. Dark vision 60 feet. Sorry, I missed that. You're all good.
And then he goes dark out again.
Yeah. Goes 20 feet.
Something in its
comes
eye,
back.
just like scratches a little bit.
It darts off. It darts off down to that southern path. It's what you're seeing is that it's following like the reptilian tracks. So that even though you've been told that the rats are off in that sort of southeast direction, the rat tracks were leading straight east. So he's following off the reptilian tracks. He gets probably 20 feet away from you before the path splinters off to the left, and the tracks are going both ways. The reptilian tracks continue to the south, but also head off to the east as well. The east being where there is likely signs of these rats.
So Winston's going to try and just move towards where the rat tracks and where Yannick indicated the track sense
cool.
to see what he can see.
Yeah, great. So, continuing around the path, he darts off to the left. He's scurrying along, kicking up a bit of dust as he in the rocks, and as he goes, he finds these rat tracks that are heading from the north down to the south. Takes a right, follows them around, and gets to. You're hearing what the Winston is hearing as well, and you're hearing the sound of rushing water as well as Winston enters this another part of this cavern. There's in the back of this cavern, there's an underground river that seems to be flowing, which is supported by this natural stone pillar. But between Winston and that river are these two halfling-sized giant rats. And they're just kind of walking back and forth by the river. One of them is sort of taking a drink from the river at this time. But from your perspective as this tiny little weasel looking up at these giant rats, they look absolutely enormous to you.
Winston will turn tail and scurry back out of there.
Yeah, cool.
As he's returning to the party, Tobias will relay this information to the rest of his crew. Guys, I think we should prepare for combat. There is two very significantly sized rats to the south right of us.
There was no sign of kobolds, other than the tracks, I guess. I guess that's a sign, but you didn't see any kobolds.
Almost like a vocal tick. Words come unbidden to Harkness's mouth, and he says, Fuardik ortiene, and his veins go darker and seem to pulse with like an oily liquid for a moment before dissipating, and he's like, pardon me, not sure what that was about, but we, the players, know that he's just cast False Life and has 12 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Nice.
Getting ready. What's everyone's equipment looking like? Are you going in like, is everyone at the swords at the ready for anything to jump out?
I have a big stick.
Tobias has got two hands on his greatsword, and he'll be ready to chop.
Cool. Tobias, you're sort of like just heading off towards that path, is that right?
I might need a little bit of GM help to figure out which way Winston came and went.
Sure.
He'll be following that way to the rats.
Yeah, for sure. So down here is where Tobias follows that path that he saw. There's the familiar fork in the path. And then just up ahead of him here is he sees the rat tracks on the ground leading from north to south. And he knows that just around the corner in front of him down here, and he's already hearing now the sound of that river rushing. He knows that just up ahead are these rats.
All right. Tobias can see the rats now. And he's going to enter the room with the rats, sword at the ready.
Cool. The moment... Oh, sorry, Yannick?
I was just going to nudge Tobias and just say, maybe we'll let Dandy get the first shot off.
Wife.
I don't know. Can Dandy see that far with the lights that we have?
Well, Dandy should have a light of her own now. Is that showing for
That
you?
little pocket square.
Yeah, but will the light, like...
Oh, are you worried that the
rats
lights...
know that we're here?
Yeah, so the light does reach out for like 40 feet. So by the time you get close, there will be light making your presence aware.
Okie dokie. Well, if you guys are ready for some argy bargy, let's go. I'll let off an arrow at a rat.
Let's just move you up close as well.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Let's squeeze you in there. As you all move into this corridor, the light spills out, casting these long shadows of the rats up against the pillar behind them and the water behind them. And they look up and almost instantly are just... Well, one of them was already kind of like looking the moment that a little bit of light crept in. But the other one lifts up from the water, just cold water splashing down from its face. And they both just leap into action, charging towards you.
Ah.
And that's where we'll stop tonight. Rat attack.
Ba-bow.
Yeah. Nice.
Rouse.
All right,
Gee, it uses Rouse. It's super effective.
Awesome. Good work, team. You got to a mine.
Yay.
And now I know how we're going to spend probably the next session. So that's great. That means I can prep nice and easily.
All right, everyone retreat out and find a new challenge.
Yay.
off to find this polar bear Goliath werewolf thing.
Woo.
Don't break the rule of one room per session, right?
No, you guys have done pretty well. I think you guys have managed to get a few things today, which was great.
Is the mine technically one room?
Yeah, true. That is just one room. I'm pretty excited about this mine, I'll be honest. I like kobolds, especially ones that can draw really beautifully or write very beautifully.
The calligraphy is a nice touch.
Yeah.
And the fact that the speaker knew about it as well is pretty funny.
Yeah. Matthew's story is very interesting. Matthew. Oh, Oris Matthew.
That's why the people don't like him, right? Cause
Just hard to pronounce.
can't
I
pronounce
wouldn't want that.
Oh.
CJ Flanagan 77. You were there the whole session, mate. Thank you for joining us and thanks for saying hi. Awesome session. Rime is an awesome module and the mine is a great quest. I'm very excited for this quest. It's got some very cool things, cool kobolds and stuff. Gus is GGWP, well played. I agree. It was a very good session. Now, we didn't have many rolls today, so obviously no chance to use inspiration. But who doesn't have inspiration at this point?
Doesn't.
Does not.
Would be me. I have none.
Really?
Someone's...
We've got to give one to
I got it and I used it. Ha ha ha.
Dandy and Duster, surely.
Yeah, there was actually at one point someone was like wanting to gift inspiration. I'm just trying to find that message now. Inspiration for Dandelion for lovely leaden lumps as well. Someone was like...
Can someone explain that to me? Is that like a pineapple lumps joke?
Lovely lady lumps.
Black eyed
it's
peas.
just
Ah,
because
yeah.
they're the was it black
Iron.
Black Iron
Iron-
Blades.
Yeah.
Black
Yeah.
Iron Blades, and
is like
every
the Black
time he
Iron
says
Blades.
it, I'm like straight. So I was in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, lovely leaden lumps.
Yeah. So give yourself inspiration. You got to vote from John, and you got to vote from the chat. So I think that's
Taku.
good.
My lumps, my lumps. My
Actually, at the time, by the way, I didn't see that Shidehawk joined us as well. I hope you managed to watch a decent amount, Shidehawk. But at that same time, he said Black Iron Blades featuring Bill I Am and Bergie. So that's
Oh, Bergie is so good for this. Yes.
yeah. So really good session. I will start looking at this Blizzardometer. I'm going to call it. I don't know what the temperature is for people using stuff on Twitch these days. So it might be one of those things that we have that never gets triggered. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I'll definitely encourage people to push it forward. Yeah. Plus,
milestone. First Blizzard is like 10,000 US. Yeah.
yeah, it's whatever's the cost of an Idris in Star Citizen. I'll make it about that.
Yeah, or they could just gift an Idris in the same time.
Yeah. So what I will say is it'll be using bits. It'll be using, if you subscribe, it'll increase it as well. I think even if you follow us, it will increase it somewhat. It is encouraging your support, but it all goes back into this in some way. For example, in about 2 days, maybe $95 is going to go out to Podbean to make sure that we can continue putting our podcasts out. So that's like a yearly fee that goes out. So that's going to take a big chunk out of what is left in there at the moment. So if you want to support us in any way, please do. Either subscribe to us here, join us on our Patreon, which I'll give you a link, or if you just want to show your support without giving any cash or nice free support, just like subscribe to us on YouTube, because that is just an awesome feeling. I really want us to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, because that is when we can make advertising cash from stuff as well, which would help going straight back into this. I've already spent a bunch on this campaign so far, which has emptied a lot of that back up. So just got to make sure we can build that back up for all the cool shit that I want to add from here on in. Anything
What
else?
are we on?
What are we on as far as Patreon numbers or what?
Subscribers on YouTube?
YouTube 714, I think. 714.
Easy.
Yeah. Easy. It's been yeah, I mean, what, it's only been 7 years. No, it's something like that. So if it's good, it's always we normally get like 5 to 10 subs a month, I think, as a roundabout, which is great, which is always awesome. We get like every hour of the day someone's watching, which is awesome. That's a nice feeling as well. So
That's cool.
Rime is already getting some good views. It's already sort of started becoming our most watched in a month, which is nice. Obviously, people have hunger for campaigns that already exist, because they're either wanting to run it or have run it or are running it and looking for inspiration. So it's really cool. Which is all of our previous sessions, both for Rime, Curse of Strahd, some Homebrew, Lost Mine, all on our YouTube. I feel like I'm talking to people who already watched most of this stuff anyway, but definitely go take a look if you want. Also, if you're looking for other YouTube content, where's Christian at the very bottom? Career Break Guy, where he does solo play stuff, which is doing pretty well. So definitely give him a watch there as well.
It's fun times. And
Yeah.
now I kind of want to do, I've been thinking about doing a Dragon Bane session where I play a solo Mallard, but I play adventures from other games, like not Lost Mine, but that kind of thing, and it can be duck and cover.
Oh, I like that.
Just extended adventures of, yeah.
And you just
Solo through other things.
Dragon Baneify everything, or do you use the systems but just as a Mallard?
Well, I was thinking the first one I'll do is using the Dragonbane rules and the solo Mallard. I wanted to do Hadley's Last Hope from the Alien RPG starter box.
Oh,
Oh my gosh,
okay.
you read my brain.
Oh, there you go then.
A
Must be
mallard,
related.
a mallard alien crossover.
Yeah, so just transferring it so that it's in a fantasy setting. It's in the Dragonbane setting, but it's the story effectively of,
Okay.
you come to an abandoned fort and you go
Right.
from there.
I was picturing ducks in space,
Brilliant.
which would have been also accepted. I think that would have been great.
Well, no, I need to redo my duck and cover.
Oh no.
There's enough space D&D things that exist that you could do ducks in space for a bunch of different things.
Or I can use the new alien rules when they come out.
That's cool. So you've got that coming soon?
Yeah,
Alien
they were just
Evolved,
checking
is
my
it?
address to send it.
Nice, nice.
What's that one you love? Is it T2K or something like that?
Apollo 2000. Yes, I was actually going to run the Black Madonna using a
mallard.
solo duck as well.
So good.
Solo duck marching through Poland.
We need to
I mean,
play.
a fantasy country.
We need to play Twilight 2000 again. I have played that very little, and it is like absolutely stuck with me. I need to play that again.
I'm looking at the boxes right now.
Me too.
Oh no.
Me too. Yeah.
Everyone get your weasels out.
And with that, thanks everybody. Thank you for. There you go. Shitehawk says if Moby Duck isn't a thing, that should be a thing as well.
I thought I'd do a quick deck pick.
Oh, dick pic. Nice. Unsolicited as well. That was great. Thanks to everybody who joined us. Your sister's present, man. Crying out
Yeah,
loud.
bro. Come on, man.
Thank you everyone for joining us. Keep the chats going. I like I said, if I see anything, if you drop a good joke that you want me to include while I'm playing as I'm describing stuff, do chuck it in because I like some of them and I will use them. Because of course I would. Join us next week, same time. We'll be here doing the same thing again, this time inside a gem mine.
At level 3.
No.
Oh.
I do need to check when you hit level 3. I don't think it's middle of the second mission you do, though, but I'm sure it won't be too far away. Thanks. And also, thank you. You guys did a great job tonight.
Yay.
As always.
Thank you all.
Yeah. Have a good night. We'll see you guys same time next time.
Ciao.
See you, everybody.
Bye.